Well, tonight a man is in custody for mailing more than a dozen bomb-like devices to top Democrats and critics of President Trump. Federal agents say Cesar Zayon was arrested outside an auto parts store in Florida. They say a fingerprint on one of the packages led to his arrest. Now authorities are searching for more packages. As the story develops, it's hitting close to home for Gary Shaffer. He created Knoxville's SWAT team, was on the bomb squad, and as WBIR 10 News anchor Brandon Bates reports, he played a critical role in shaping law enforcement here in Knoxville.
As the world watches the latest U.S. bomb threat, law enforcement works to evolve as different situations arise.
To tell you the truth, these are gutsy people.
And Gary Shaffer would know. He worked for the Knoxville Police Department's bomb squad for 14 years, and he has the scars to prove it.
Whenever it went off, just the cap blew up and put shrapnel in my chest and face.
Luckily, he only suffered minor injuries. Then, in 1994, a bomb was sent to the city-county building in downtown Knoxville, directed at the district attorney general.
I was on a phone call in the office, and the siren started sounding. A voice came across the loudspeaker saying, "There's an emergency situation, evacuate immediately."
Shaffer went in the building, retrieved and disassembled the bomb without thinking twice.
To me, scared is whenever fear has taken over and you're no longer able to function.
He says it's imperative for law enforcement to evolve over time, and he played a critical role of police evolution in Knoxville after a shooting on Gay Street that happened in 1976.
They walked down Gay Street, pausing near a bus stop, then opened a box, taking out a .30-30 rifle, and began firing it at random.
A man named Robert Patty shot 5 people on Gay Street at rush hour.
After that incident, he started Knoxville's first ever SWAT team. Shaffer is a Marine. He went through 3 tours in Vietnam and spent time in Afghanistan, so he probably knows more than most how important it is to avoid complacency in law enforcement. Reporting in Knoxville, Brandon Bates, WBIR 10 News.